Ahmere Dorsey, Rhode Island University, number 65.
You good?
Yeah, man. So, Ahmere, we talked before. We got you on the Zoom. We did an interview. This is going to be primarily so NFL teams, when we market you to them, they get this interview too, and then you can talk about that. So we're going to go some over same questions and things we talked about before, but this is just for them. Okay. So, first off, why did you choose to come to ANC today and take this opportunity?
First of all, like you said, opportunity, and it's a great way for me to put up the measurables that I wasn't able to do without my pro day, due to the circumstances, what's going on in the world right now. And honestly, I just love the game. So every opportunity that presents itself, I'm taking it. That's pretty much it.
Now, you were on a team that had two other wide receivers go to the NFL this year, right?
Yes, sir.
And they got invited to the Combine. You were kind of like the forgotten guy.
Yeah.
How does that work into your, I don't want to call it a chip on your shoulder, but on your motivation?
I would just say, from the outside looking in, it may seem like I was forgotten and things like that, but like I work with those guys on a regular. Like we take trips back and forth up to school and we get it in on a regular basis. So it's like having those guys in my corner and them still telling me like, yo, you can do it. You still got your chance. You still got opportunity. For them to be able to tell me that, I don't even feel like I'm left out. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting closer and closer, and that's actually what's happening. So just those guys just being so authentic towards me. It's like it keeps me faithful. It keeps me just ready to go. It keeps my drive up. It's just those guys just being authentic. It just keeps me going.
With such a deep room in the receiver room, who was the leader?
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If I ask them, they're gonna say you.
Yes, sir.
Why? Give me an example.
I would say the biggest example. Before coach even walks in the room, I'm putting plays up on the board. Plays that I had trouble with, I'm putting them up on the board, and I'm making sure that all of the guys are on point with them as well. And just picking up where I can't say all coaches are perfect, and I find things that the coach kind of forgets about or maybe just doesn't mention, and we all got different perspectives. I just put that different perspective in all my peers' ears, and I just keep them going and keep them motivated, even if no one else can. You know what I mean? I just find ways to bring the best out of all my teammates, and I find joy in that. It makes me happy to see my guys go from not being able to break on a dime to next week or next month they breaking on a dime better than he was, and I just find joy in seeing guys improve and really want to work. And I just feel like that type of leadership is something that it doesn't get talked about a lot.
Talk to me about home. Where was home growing up?
Wilmington, Delaware.
And growing up in Wilmington, what's one aspect of the culture that you bring with you everywhere you go?
Man, it's a lot of ballers. It's a lot of guys that deserve to be playing professional ball, whether it's baseball, basketball, footballs, but circumstances and things that happen within the neighborhood always get to them and they don't get that shot. But they always reach back and they tell the youth that you got it. And that's something that, I had the pleasure to have a bunch of older people that, were caught up in this system and things like that, still being able to reach back and tell me, go get it, go chase it, not telling me to do the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, just having that person in your ear, knowing their rank and knowing what they had going on, it's like, that just make you go harder. It's like kind of having like that big brother that the whole neighborhood knows and he's popular and he's the one telling you to go harder. It just put a chip on your shoulder that no one can take away from you.
I like it. I like it a lot. Tell me about, are you married?
No, sir.
Kids?
No, sir.
Mom and dad still together?
Not together, but they love each other.
Gotcha.
They
And what's
love
mom
each
do
other.
for a living?
She's a registered nurse right now. She's actually an essential worker right now. She works at Christiana Hospital.
And dad?
Sort of the same thing. Kind of rough right now, but he manages to get it done.
Yeah. Would you recommend ANC Combine to a teammate or a friend, somebody that's trying to get noticed?
Most definitely.
Why?
First of all, I like the word opportunity. I love opportunity. And I felt like I was in a professional atmosphere today. Just the things that you guys were keying in on. I'm going to say just one thing. When we were at the end of, everything today, actually Steve, he pointed out a player that was just, I don't know, his eyes might have been wandering around and everything, and you told him, eyes on me. And I remember being in college and guys would be playing around with each other, touching each other, doing different little things, and they weren't locked in, and coach would never say anything about it. No one would say anything about it. I would say something about it. And I felt like things like that, little things like that, it clicks with me, and those are things that I appreciate, because it's a lot of guys that don't have that perspective, or they don't pay attention to detail like that. And this professional atmosphere was something that, you know, a lot of guys need. Like, a lot of guys just need this to know what it's really like to be in this type of atmosphere. You got to be locked in at all times.
Once you make it to the NFL, would you come back and be a guest speaker for us?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Because there's no doubt what you showed on the field today was NFL ability and NFL capability. And, you know, I didn't grade your college tape. I don't know you like Rick knows you and stuff. But when I was watching on the field, was an NFL receiver.
Appreciate that.
And so for me, I was just like, wow, like why? I looked right at Rick like, what the, you know, because he was just like, man, they were loaded.
Yeah.
They were just loaded up there. So I was really, really glad to have you out here today. Really excited about your game when I got to witness in person now. So thank you. And this, obviously, you're just a class act guy, sticking around doing the extras and everything. It's been great. So any way I can help you, any way we can help you, just please let us know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Stay healthy. Stay at it.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for us?